All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh,
Hawa Ba'Hashem Yahushua Ba'Hashem HaKadosh.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that sat here labored in all truth and sincerity to you. We say shalom.
Shalom.
All right. So pretty much in this lesson, we wanted to get into how the Lord has revealed the plans of the wicked. All right. And this lesson, was inspired pretty much off a quote, that I'm taking from the brother Mark DeBar of the GMS Charlotte camp down here. And pretty much he quite often makes mention of how the fact that these devils, how they be thinking about how do the prophets of the Lord pretty much always, reveal the things that's being done in the secret, How do they always know the things that we're doing? They can tell us what we're about to do, and pretty much we still following the footsteps of what we tell them to do. And it's all because you devils are bound by prophecy, man. Okay? And the Lord has revealed unto us everything that you are doing, everything that you're thinking, because the scriptures detail all, man. All right? The scriptures tell you there's nothing made, a secret to the Lord, man. All right? And he has revealed his secrets unto his servants the prophets, like it tells you in Amos 3:7. All right. So with that being said, we are pretty much bringing out, the thoughts of the wicked, and also telling you how Yahweh Shemel Shah has already established the thoughts of the wicked, and how you devils aren't going to prevail, man. You got anything you want?
Now you got it, bro.
All right. So we'll open up with that, Jeremiah.
Done. This is Jeremiah, chapter 49, and we're going to start at verse 10. And it reads, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbor, and he is not."
Exactly. So Yahweh Shemel Shah, through the Spirit, has made Esau bare. Because can you get 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 9?
Mm-hmm.
The Spirit of the Lord is exposing Esau at an all-time high, man. Okay? So nothing this man, is doing, has done, or will do, all right, is secret. Because the spirit of prophecy, we have been revealed all things. And so every crevice of what this Edomite, is about is being revealed through the scriptures and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. All right, so he can't hide himself, man. And that's why the world is beginning to see this man for who he is, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
Mm-hmm. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 9. It says, I'm going to start verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth."
And who's the spirit of the Lord's mouth? It's talking about the prophets. Luke 1:70 tells you that the Lord spake by the mouth of the prophets since the beginning. All right? So the prophets have been speaking the oracles of the Lord, which is, part of the oracles is the prophecies.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Since the beginning of the world, man. Okay? So in today's time, in what you call modern times, things are no different. The Lord is still using his men to reveal his thoughts, his secret, his will, man. All right?
That's right, because the scriptures tell you in Proverbs 16:4, the Lord had made all things for himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil.
That's it.
So the purpose of the Edomites is to push wickedness in the earth, and all those that fall under that banner of wickedness to be judged by the Edomites, the Lord, them being the sword of the Heavenly Father. Right? So this is the purpose of the wicked elites.
Mm-hmm.
This purpose of Yahweh Shema Shah that he has put in the wicked elites, and it's written that the elect are going to overcome these things.
That's right.
So they're given the information to overcome, which are, the words of prophecy, his plans, and everything he's going to do, so you know what to look out for.
That's right.
It says, "And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming," verse 9, "even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan."
Right. He's about to finish off that last part of the previous verse. And I said he's going to destroy with the brightness of his coming, because we already know the end of Esau. All right. Here it is. We see the plans of how this man is trying to usurp. He's trying to usurp prophecy by pretty much trying to fight against the Most High, which is why you see him establishing a space force. You see him trying to, change, all the creation that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has made, and pretty much, change it in his man-made image. But the end result of Esau's, destruction is him being consumed by the fire of the Lord's mouth, which is, like I said, the ICBM nuclear missiles and the fire that's going to come from the chariots, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep, verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Mm-hmm. And that's who this man is coming in the spirit of, man. Because we know, according to Revelation 12:12, it says the devil shall come down upon you with great wrath. And when you look up that word devil in that verse, it goes into a man that is doing the will of Satan, man. All right. So when you hear about, the wicked, you hear about, the devil, you hear about Satan, only, majority of the time, I'm not gonna say only time, majority of the times you hear about that, it's talking about a physical person that's on this earth that's doing, the deeds that we're talking about, man.
Mm-hmm.
So this man Esau is coming after the working of Satan because that's who he gets his counsel from, man. Because of Job 21, it tells you, and Job, that's like the Psalm, the 10th chapter, it tells you that Esau doesn't desire to know the ways of the Most High. So who's he getting his counsel from? It's the devil, man. Satan.
Yeah. The desire not to know thy ways.
Exactly.
This is Obadiah 1:6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Right, and how are the things that Esau searched out? All right, is being searched out by the prophets, like I read earlier. This is Amos 3:7 to answer that question. Surely the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. All right, so through the oracles of the Heavenly Father, we have been revealed. Real quick, get 1 John 2:20 Bible shot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have been given the secrets from on high, man. All right, so there's nothing, like it says in Luke. I forget exactly what chapter it's in, but it says that all things are made manifest, man. So everything that Esau Edom is doing in the dark, all right, is being revealed unto the light, which is the light is Yahweh Shai, and the light has been shined unto the world, to where nothing is secret no more. So we know about the plans of the wicked, how they're trying to depop the world. We know the plans of how Esau has been trying to genocide the nation of Israel, all right, since we came over here, during the transatlantic slave trade. We know how this man is trying to bring in his new world order, man. So nothing that he is doing takes us by surprise, man, because all things were said he was going to do according to prophecy, man.
Mm-hmm. This is 1 John 2:20. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things.
Right, we have an unction from the Holy One, and we know all things, meaning that we know all things pertaining to prophecy, man. Okay, because for anybody saying that we're proclaiming that we know literally everything, no, Scripture tell you we prophesy in part, we know in part, man. So we know all things pertaining to salvation. So we have been given, all right, the pretty much the understanding of the beginning, all right, present times of why things are happening, and we know the future, all right, all things pertaining to prophecy, because prophecy foretold all the things that we see happening right now, what happened in history, what's going to happen in the future, man. All right, and Esau's future, all right, we understand that the Lord's going to give him, all right, opportunity to bring forth some of these plagues, like we talk about all the time, going into how, Esau is going to bring an economic collapse, how Esau is going to pretty much destroy this current society, which is going to cause martial law and civil unrest, all right, how he's going to bring order abkea, which is going to pretty much, seal up all these different, things that we always, warn you about, to where the new order system is going to be set in place, to where if you don't take that charagma, the RFID chip, all right, you're going to be exiled from society and ultimately killed. So these all things are pertaining to prophecy. We have been revealed.
Yeah, there's a whole saying, knowing is half the battle. Now that we're learning these things, now we have a opportunity to actually overcome, because while the rest of the world are continuing to invest in this society and continue to build up here, and to labor for, the forwarding of their lives here, we're forwarding our lives in the kingdom of heaven in the world to come. We're getting an early start on that investment, you see, because we understand that this world is going to pass away. One more verse. Verse 21, I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that there is no lie of the truth. So that we're not lying. We're not here to lie to our people about the plans of the wicked elites. We're here to, as the mouthpiece of the Lord, to proclaim unto you what He's going to do. That is our job, as the watchman, to watch for the oncoming danger that's going to befall our nation. And the troops are gearing up for war. Esau, Edom. This, and the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, tearing down strongholds. So we're tearing down these lies that this man has set up in the system for you to believe in, that hides him from his true plans in the earth.
God, I got something.
Mm-hmm.
This is Psalm 64:1. It says, "Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer, preserve my life from the fear of the enemy."
That's right. So we ask the Lord to preserve our life. How we preserve, wisdom shall keep thee, understanding shall preserve thee. So us having the understanding of this man's blueprints and the wherewithal how to do good in the eyes of Yahweh by Shema Shai, that's how we are preserved. That's what gives us great boldness to know that we can go into these accounts and the stories how men who stood stiffly for the name of the Lord was always defended. Right? So us understand the plans of the elites, we understand that he also loses at the end.
Exactly. That's the main part.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity."
That's right. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, because you see on mainstream everyone's talking about this whole thing with Fauci, Trump, Mr. Falsify, and DJ Trump.
Right.
All these things. This is just that's not the end all be all. We understand there's a secret counsel, there's a agenda, there's a motive why they're pushing these things, why they're allowing these things.
Right.
And they want uproars. They want, everybody's going into order out of chaos. Because they want more than anything to establish this NWO and to have that calling where they can depopularize, the planet Earth.
Yeah. Because we know the ones that's behind the scenes pulling all the strings, because we see that all the things that's being presented to the public, that's really just a distraction. All right, it's a distraction to get your mind off of how things are really being set up, and later on down the line, man. All right, this whole thing with like you said, Dr. Fauci, Trump, the whole migrant crisis and all. These are all distractions that are being set up, being as motives to set up, the further chaos down the road, the civil unrest, the pretty much the wars and rumors of wars, man. All right, nation against nation and all that. This everything is being split, and then they'll tell you that in these different movies that they're bringing out. You have the movie that just came out, Civil War. All right, you have prior movies that we always talk about. Leading up to this, you got a new movie coming out called I think it's called the Prophets of the Moonlight or something like that, where it's like the Bible was banned. As we just had the legislation get passed that says certain parts of the Bible are going to now be labeled anti-Sem.
Yeah, and 3 major states just banned protests. I believe Texas, I want to say Mississippi, and you brothers can look up the third one.
Yeah.
But just
Georgia.
Yeah. Something like that. I'm not. Yeah, Atlanta. Yeah. So Georgia. Yeah. So I believe. So that's just all these things. So people in the real world who are not the real world, people who are part of the Matrix. The ones that are part of the Matrix are seeing these things. They're seeing their liberties, and here it is. We're struggling here in America in the sense of inflation being high, rent being high, everything is going up. But yet they're still sending aid to these other countries. So these things are, building up, to where these these average 6-pack drinking Edomites, they're gonna be ready to gear up for war. You know, but this is what the elites want, and what we're not gonna be partakers in those wars that are fought. All right. We're going to continue to trust in Yahweh Shema Shai during these times of trouble that are fastly approaching.
Verse 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Yeah, who whet their tongue. That word whet means to sharpen. So they sharpen their tongue as a sword because what? Their words are smoother than butter, but war was in their heart. Read that part. Read it again, Bible Shop.
Yeah, it says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Even bitter words. Words of poison, right? So there's poison in their tongue. You know, they use their tongue as a means to curse, you know, the sons of the Most High.
Right.
And it's really, like it tells you in Revelation, I think 12 and 17, to make war with them that keep the commandments of Yahweh by Shema Shai and to follow the Lamb. So we understand who are on the front lines, who the war in these things are really against.
Right. And that's the problem with Jake. They don't understand that all these things being done is exactly that. It's being done to wage war against you and keep you from coming back unto the Heavenly Father and His Son, man.
Yeah, because all of a sudden, you know, the justice system is just getting like starting to really crack down, and everyone's starting to finally be exposed. You know, because what he's building up so people can believe more in the system. You know, so they can come down on the prophets.
Yeah.
You know.
Diddy and all these corrupt people.
Yeah, all this cancel culture. You know, look how just a rap sheet of everything they've ever did. And who know? Like we know, who cares about this nigga? But we know that Esau Edom, he can really just fabricate anything.
Facts.
People don't know us personally. This man can literally have what's it called? Project number. What's it called? When they take your specs and they literally just they can put you there, but you're not there. You see the movies.
Come on, like deep fake.
Deep fakes. Yep, all it, bro. You got the deep fakes. You know, you see movies. You know how they literally just they use their technology. They can literally just put a brother in they can literally do a whole movie thing. Take a brother's face, put a mask on it. So we know these things are coming, you know? Yep. So it's not for us to be weary or afraid of these things. It's for us to know that they're coming and that the Lord's going to stop it. Read it again, Bob. Sure.
Verse 3.
If you verse yours on.
Verse 4. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at them and fear not.
That's right. So they're shooting in secret at the perfect, right? Who are the perfect? The elect of Yahweh by Shema Shai. So these things that we see are going on is really geared towards us, right? And they fear not. They don't fear how Yahweh by Shema Shai is on our side, right? And that he's in our corner to back us up, right? It tells you in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, they said, let's see if his words be true.
Exactly.
You know, so they willing to test the hand of Yahweh by Shema, the hand of Yahweh, which is Yahweh Shai, to see if he really going to back us up.
Yeah, because here what we see is these devils are popping this big shit. Like you hear these guys, the WEF, you know, Klaus Schwab, you know, Noah Yuval Harari talking all this big talk, talking about how the Most High is dead, how he's fake news and all this, because they truly believe that they're at a point in their technological advancements to where they think they can take the Most High down, man. You know, so how they were able to conquer his people, that has given them, you know, the false confidence to think they have a chance to defeat the Most High, man. But they're gravely mistaken, though, man.
Yeah.
You know,
they've seen some great power on their end.
Yeah.
You know, for them to really believe that. So
because Satan has showed them a good number of things, but they failed to realize that Satan is an agent for the Lord. Matter of fact, real quick, get that in Job.
The 2nd chapter.
Yeah, Baba Kashah.
Yeah.
Because Satan is playing you niggas, man. You know, Satan is doing his job as being a son of the Most High on the left hand side, man. Satan's an angel too, man. for you people out here think he's just a rogue angel just doing what he wants. No, Satan's the order, man. You know.
Yeah, this is Job 2:1. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord.
Right. So Satan was checking in. All right, with the rest of the angels that was checking in with the Most High, man. All right, giving a report of what they were up to, man. Okay, so Satan is like I said, he's a double agent. All right, to you damn devils that think that you are on your own volition. All right, he's giving you the exact orders from the Most High on what to do in the earth, like you quoted earlier in Proverbs, was that 16:4?
Mm-hmm.
You know how the wicked was created for the day of evil. So Esau, you're being set up, and you don't even realize it, man. All right. Any more?
A little bit more. And Satan said and Yahweh said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and walking up and down it.
So to and fro in the earth, and as it says in the New Testament, how Satan walked about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. So Satan is on these devils to do all these things that we're seeing in the earth, man. All right. Just like how, real quick, get Daniel 7:25. And these are the acts that Satan is telling the so-called white man Esau Edom to do in the earth, man.
In these times.
Mm-hmm.
This is Daniel 7:25. And he spake great words against the Most High, and he shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given to his hands unto a time and times and dividing of times.
Right, and that's what he has done, because I believe that's in Revelation the 20th chapter, how when Satan was loose, from that pretty much from the pit, how he was given a time to go out and deceive the nations.
Mm-hmm. A little season.
Yeah, that little season, you want to get that, because
through
that is how since he came back into power during the Renaissance era, Slacky, he was able to pretty much change up everything about how the world was known at that point, to where he falsified history. All right, he changed how the world looks at things such as food, medicine, just life. Period. All right, because we're living under an Edomite simulation. This isn't life, man. All right, but he has these people so intertwined in the matrix to where they're literally fight for a life they think they're living, man.
Mm-hmm. Just everything is messed up, but we'll stay on topic. This is Revelation 20:2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Yeah, that's about the dragon, that old serpent, going back to the snake in the garden. That wasn't an actual snake. That was a man. All right, when you look up that word, I believe it goes back to the Hebrew word Nakash, which means a witch or a serpent. But that dragon is referring to the Roman Empire, which we are in Rome 2.0. All right, the Roman Empire that's reincarnated back into the earth, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so read that again, Bible Sean.
Yeah. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
Right. So this devil was given a certain time period to go and deceive the earth, man. And that has happened, because under this man's rule, the nations no longer go by their biblical nationalities. We're under a false, calendar, which has thrown off the time. So we don't really know what year we really in. Because if you really look throughout the world, not every country operates under the calendar to say that we're in 2024. All right. There's different countries that say we're in different years. All right. The seasons are all out of whack. So just referring back to Daniel 7:25, this devil has went and confused everything, man. But that's what he wants, because he's trying to manufacture a new world created in his image. So therefore, everything had to be falsified to make the people compliant with what he wants the world to be ran as, man.
Mm-hmm. What I was gonna say, this 1,000. Well, I'm about to read that part you just wrote down. And after that, he may be loosed a little season. So, just to break down the first part, because that he set a seal that he should deceive the nations no more. That was during the Byzantine Empire, when he was put into the caves.
Yep.
And then he got loosed, and like the brother broke that part down. When after he got loose, he went, doing all manner of evil and chaos in the earth.
Right.
So
we're in a time to where all these things that's being done is revealed, because you mentioned, all right, the time that he was in his down period, which he refers to as the quote unquote dark ages. When you look into why he called it the dark ages, that's when Jacob was ruling. All right, what he said, which is known as the Byzantine Empire, which when you actually look up that word Byzantine, it means backwards. Because Esau Edom pretty much is ashamed that it was a point in time to where so-called Negroes ruled in nobility. That's why when you look up a lot of the facts back then, dealing with books like, Nature Knows No Color Lines and all that, not to go too deep into it, but Jake, had major nobility in them days, to where when you look up, terms such as swarthy and the Anglo-Saxons, that was all dealing with Jake. But they'll tell you there was the Dark Ages, a time to where history wasn't recorded, because they don't want people knowing that the so-called black man was ruling. Israelites was ruling back then. All right, so that goes against his narrative, which he needs to be able to forward his new world order, because this new quote unquote education that he's indoctrinating you people in the public school system with, all right, that doesn't coincide with the curriculum, man.
Yeah, precept. This is 1 Corinthians 3, and I'm gonna start at 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. For it is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain.
Yeah, the thought of the wise and they are vain, because we understand that all these things were pretty much put in the world to make you people dumb and docile. All right, to where you will accept anything this devil throws in front of you, so that you don't have any type of resistance from when he brings forth his new order. That's exactly what we see taking place. Because just look how compliant you idiots were during the so-called pandemic that happened 3-4 years ago, man. You went right alongside what Esau wanted, which shows you that you are ripe for the picking when Esau crashes this society for real and brings forth, the necessary steps that he needs to bring that new world order with, man.
That's right. He did all that to collect data.
Exactly.
Or when we bring the sword, where we gotta bring it hard at. Where we gotta deploy troops at.
Who is the main one that's resisting what we're bringing? Like I said, the prophets have been revealing these things, because we understand why these things are being done, and we know who's behind it, because as it's been coming out. All right, we've been saying this for years, but then now the public is finally now coming with the same information, that the small hats are the ones behind all these different things, which is why we see these devils taking the precautious measures that we see in them, such as labeling anything that calls out these small hats as anti-Semitic. And they got the legislation behind it now to make it to where you can't speak of them no more, man, because they're being called out.
That's right. This is 1 Timothy 6:20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings, in opposition of science falsely so called. And you look at that word science, it means pseudoscience. Which pseudo means false, and science means knowledge. So this false knowledge that Esau Edom is bringing to the world, we ought to avoid that. It is profane. It's outside of that which Yahweh Shema Shah deemed as hollow or holy.
Right.
You see? So here it is. As we are learning this man's plans, we know what to avoid. We know how to prepare ourselves. We know how to measure the time to see how close we are. And we understand that we are very close. We are very close to really Yahushua, really the time of Jacob's trouble. We can't skip over the time of Jacob's trouble and the great test that's coming for us all.
Right.
And now's the time to get built up, knowing this man's plans and knowing that, yes, you're going to have to bear a cross and go through that time of trouble. Now's the time to prepare your mind.
If I can add to you, because Esau's quote-unquote science when you really get into it, is witchcraft, man. You know, it's not real science, because when you look up how the scientists operated back then compared to how they do now, the scientists back then will quantify their research with the backing of the Bible. But now these scientists, they're just straight up witches and warlocks, man. All right, as you're seeing, because you mentioned Dr. Farsi, earlier, he's being called out by his fellow Edomites because his quote unquote science, all right, is being exposed just to be a bunch of lies that led to the death of millions of people, man. So that's just one of many things that's being revealed by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. But we also know that this is being revealed. Esau let these things come out through his media, which is controlled, by the way, but to bring division even more in this country, man.
More uncertainty. Yep. Now, so much information just dealing with, the type of foods that you eat and how how much of a negative effect it has on your body. Jake just says everything bad for you. There is no, it doesn't matter anymore. We just, they're at the point where they've got flooded with so much information. Now they don't even care if something's unhealthy for you. Right. It's just like, well, this is how it is. This is Jeremiah 23 and 24. Can any hide? Kind of, I thought so. This is Jeremiah 23 and 23. Am I a God at hand, saith the Lord, and not a God afar off?
Right, and the Lord is, asking that because, see, Esau will try to come with some type of, scientific explanation to why all these things are happening, but we understand that this is all the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. As we're going to continue to say, go ahead.
Can any hide himself in secret places that I should not see him, saith the Lord? Do not I fill heaven and earth, saith the Lord? I have heard. Oh, that was the point.
Yeah, do you know where that's at? Where it says that pretty much, they don't have to word it.
He that created the eye, shall we not see?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, you know where that's at.
Okay.
Get that one. I'll get this real quick. This another one came to mind. This is Sirach 23 and 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
And knoweth not.
Okay. Beholding all the ways of men, considering the most secret parts. Now, I brought this out because as the brother read that Jeremiah 23, 24, all right, Esau, he's able to, facilitate the lie because the mass majority doesn't know that Esau is the one that's really behind all these things all the problems that's going on the earth. It's manufactured. Like, for example, you have this whole climate change narrative that they're bringing on why the New World Order is needed. But majority of the people aren't really aware that Esau is the one that's facilitating all the things that's making the planet, quote unquote,
change.
Uninhabitable, man. They're talking about, they're implementing a carbon tax to help, better, handle carbon emissions, when their claim to be the reason for that is there's too many people on the earth, which is why they have a depop agenda, and then there's too many cows and chickens that's farting and burping. When they do the research, the things that cause the most carbon emission is these damn devil's factories, man, that's producing these GMOs and everything else, man. So everything you see that's a problem in the world, it literally goes back to these fucking devils, these small hats, man.
And that's what, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
That's why Esau is really going to come down with the sword, because dealing with that, quote unquote tax, via the carbon, over there in those, other countries. That's why, I forgot what country it was, but remember they invaded the capital, all the farmers, and they were the Capitol building, and they were playing all the crap,
That's UK. Something, Sweden, Britain. It was one.
Yeah,
it was something like that. I can't remember.
So that's where the taxes happen over there, because really Esau really, if it had it his way, he'd just roll on you.
Right.
But he's doing all these taxes to have people, dwindle down and come to nothing, and lose all their resources. That's why you're being taxed. That's why if you make $1 million, you get taxed $400,000 and bring home $600K. You know, that's why all these things are implemented in there. That's why you have a usury. You know, this man is really trying to suck the resources of the people, you know, dry, high and dry, to where you either going to submit and depend on him, or he's just going to roll on you with the sword. You know, and he's constantly, this cancel culture is constant. You know, every 2 months this nigga canceling somebody. You know, they not even calling it cancel culture no more. It's just is what it is.
Right, for real.
This is Psalms 94 and 8. He that planteth the eye, I'm sorry 7. Well, I'm sorry 8. Understand ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that planteth the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? He that chastises the heathen, shall he not correct? He that teacheth knowledge, shall he not know? The Lord knoweth the thoughts of man, that they are vanity.
Right. So the Lord knows the thoughts of man. So, and why does he know that? Because he's the one that put the thoughts in your fucking mind. So you Edomites, everything you're doing, the Lord is actually, you know, putting those thoughts in your mind to do that. Real quick, get Proverbs 21 and 1.
Yep.
You know, so you're not getting away with shit, man. You know, that's the thing that you don't understand. This is why we know you devils is behind these computer screens watching these videos. Like, yo, how do they know what we're doing? How do they know, you know, how can they sit there and tell us what we're doing, and then they have no choice but to still do it because they're bound by the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
The prophets are always going to be one step ahead of you damn devils, man. Because we have the Spirit of the Lord that's guiding us, man. All right? It's just like the Spirit of the Lord is guiding you on the left-hand side, man. Everything is all according to Yahweh Shem Yahushua's will, man.
That's right. I got a quick one, though.
Go ahead.
Exodus 4 and 11, and the Lord said unto him, who have made man's mouth, or who maketh the dumb, or deaf, or seeing, or the blind? Have not I the Lord?
Ooh.
So the Lord is the one, you know, that even give you the ability to speak and to, you know, articulate thoughts and everything. It's the Lord that what was that, Job 33 and 15? This is
before you get there, because you'll have people that hear us talk like this. Well, why would the Lord do that? You know, why would the Lord create a man just to be wicked like that? Well, that's the way Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, that's how he roll, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is Isaiah 55 and 8. It says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways. It's like, neither are your ways my ways, save the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So at the end of the day, the Lord created Esau, Edom to be the wicked for the sole purpose, as we read earlier, Proverbs 16 and 4. But then also you have, you know, the story was written to be like this, man. So the Lord allowed this man to do what he's doing all for the sake of prophecy, man. So you can't be, you know, thrown off of what we see, because as it says in 2 Thessalonians, he who now letteth will let until he be taken out the way. So the Lord is allowing this devil to do all this wicked shit that we see out here. He's allowing this man to go and abduct children and do all type of sadistic, deprived, you know, sick, twisted things to these children for their witchcraft, man. He's allowing them to go and pretty much, you know, commit these you know, rituals to try to bring forth this new order. He's allowing this devil to bring destruction to the very earth that he created, all for the sake of prophecy, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if he's allowing that, you don't think the Lord don't know what this man's thinking in his damn mind, man?
That's right, because really, for those, starting with the elect, the ones that get saved, you know, they're going to be like, whoa, we got delivered from, you know, something that was coming to the earth that was so evil, so wicked, that something that could have been so perpetual and detrimental to the earth.
Right.
You know, scriptures talk about, you know, when it says that his thoughts are higher than our thoughts, you know, just dealing with a perspective, you know, a lot of our people, they're from beneath. You know, they don't have the mind of Yahweh Shema Shai. We've been given the mind of the Lord to understand the Lord's perspective from, you know, from the viewpoint of the prophecies that are written in the promises to come.
God.
Right?
I got one more for you.
Mm-hmm.
Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
And
What?
Jacob is the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. That is Jacob. Esau, Edom are the nobility of Edom all the way down to the six-pack Edomite are the so-called white people today. You know, the ones that are dwelling here in America, right, across the four corners of the earth, which are, you know, in Russia, the UK, you know, Turkey, right? All these Edomite countries.
And is the Most High wrong for that? Hell no. Because this is just the way the story was made, man. So you gotta let your emotions be taken out the way and just understand once again the will of the Lord, man. Verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid.
Your opinion doesn't matter. Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. Meaning no. You know, it's a story. It's only a story. They call it the world stage.
Right.
You know, you're not. If you have a problem with it, that just proves how you're not that important in the story. You know, the wicked saith that there is no Most High, and that's what people in this society believe. They have done perverse things. A lot of people who are perverse don't believe that there's a Most High. They don't believe that their lives are stamped and approved and controlled by Yahweh Shema Shai.
Right. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
And those who the Lord is going to have compassion and mercy on are the ones who can receive the information. Right? Of how to get information, you know, on what they need to do to get in order in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai.
Yep. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy.
And here it is. Esau, Edom has his will to run, you know, rampant in the earth, but it's not of him, you know, whether or not his plans are going to be fulfilled. It's of Yahweh Shema Shai and who he wants to have mercy on and who he's going to show his power through. You know, he's going to show his power, you know, through his elect, by, you know, through the words that we're speaking.
That's right.
You know, this is was there any more than that?
That was it.
This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it wheresoever he will. So the king's heart, the king's mind, is in the hand of Yahweh Shema Shai. And all the rivers of water, the Lord is turning this man's mind as he sees fit.
Yep.
You know, the path that this man is on, it's being turned to lead to him coming down to the source. It's to where what was that, Job 5 and 12? How he's going to disappoint the devices of the wicked.
Oh, yeah,
you know, to where this man's plans are going to be disappointed, to where he's going to have no choice to come down with the sword. It's Job 5 and 12.
This is Job chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
That's right. A device is a plan to the Lord. Now, Esau, Edom, he has high hopes, high expectation for this MOT to be fully implemented in the earth, and his MWO, and bringing these legislations, you know, these wicked laws, statutes, commandments to pass that he wants to push for his MWO. But he's going to be disappointed. He's going to be let down, right, by Yahweh Shema Shai, so that their hands, their power that they've been given here in the earth in these last days, aren't going to be able to perform their enterprise. The enterprise of the elect are going to be performed as we are laboring for the kingdom of heaven to be reestablished down here upon the earth.
Yep.
You got it.
He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong.
So he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. He's going to trap them up. In their plans that they are trying to implement, they're not just going to surrender.
Hell no.
They're actually going to try to implement these plans, and they're going to unravel and unfold, you know, in a very poor fashion.
As we're seeing taking place, well, now.
Yeah, that's very true, because don't think Esau, Edom is just like, everything is just going to plan. No, this man is rushed. You know, this man really wish he had more time, but he doesn't have more time. He sees how many brothers are really, changing their. This man, your phone has a microchip inside of it.
Yep.
This man is tracking everything that you do via your phone.
Yep.
This man sees what kind of information he sees. Man, all this brother does is watch videos and study, and you know what I mean. So he sees, that believers are waking up. The true believers of Yahweh Shema Shai are coming into the truth.
Hey, matter of fact, the verify what you said, you had the apostles and elders give the very account when they was on the highways and byways. You had that Edomite hop out the limo and was like, yo, how did y'all find this information? We spent billions of dollars, trillions of whatever the amount he said, of money for y'all not to find this. And it was the Spirit of the Lord, which shows you how the Lord is pretty much disappointing the device of the crafty. Because what was one of the main devices that Esau Edom has done was to hide this truth from us so that we wouldn't be able to find out who we were, man. So that's the biggest way of how the Lord is doing that. So just how he's revealing his plans, he's raising us up, and he's eventually going to take you devils down. It's all according to the plans of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. So this man, he's cooked, man.
Mm-hmm.
But priest of what you said, this is Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Shem Shai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain upon him while he is eating.
That's right. So he's gonna have, he's gonna get to a point where he's eating, he's enjoying, might be kind of like brothers always say, we're gonna go, possibly more than likely gonna go digital, for a time, right?
We are going digital.
Yeah,
it's inevitable.
So all these things, he's gonna see it till okay, well things are lining up, the path looks clear, and then in the moment when this man least expected, it's gonna get real tight.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High, because when you read about the day of the Lord, in 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, it always mentions how the power shall stand in fear.
Mm-hmm.
It tells us in Sirach 36, the Lord's going to show new signs and new wonders in the earth. And now he's going to smite Egypt with plagues as he did before. These elites are not anticipating the high level of spiritual power that's going to come down from the right hand.
That's right.
That's what this man really isn't anticipating. He isn't anticipating how strong the Lord is going to come with that right hand. It's going to be too much for this man to where he's really, it's going to lead to his destruction, those nuclear missiles being rained upon him.
Right. So at the end of the day, like you said, Esau isn't going to have no smooth transition into the new world order, man. He's being faced with opposition on every side, which is why, like you said, he's in overdrive right now because, like the apostle elders have brought out, he's really behind schedule. Because all this was supposed to be done years ago. All right, you hear this talked about around 2009, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
They've been chipping people for going back to the early 2000s, man. So they're way behind. So in the age of information now, when it says in Daniel 12 how knowledge shall be increased, everybody is starting to see where everything is headed, and everybody is calling out this these small hats, for how they're pretty much trying to, enslave the whole world, man. So another way that we see how this man he's struggling because we understand he's not getting that same counsel he was once getting from these demons too, man.
Mm-hmm.
So back in Job 5 and 14,
and just one, you had that TV show True Blood. I think it was like season 4, season 5, and that show came out in 2008. Mm-hmm. They had the Mick chimp the micro C up in that, and they show you that's how they were able to overcome in the show against the villains, blah blah blah. Who cares, right? But they show you in the show. Yeah. They show you that device in the show, and that was in 2008. And when you really go back, a lot of those sci-fi movies, they had it.
Bro, Futurama came out in like 1990 or 90, whatever. It was in that. It was in the first episode.
The first episode. That's literally it, bro.
So this shit has always been the talk. even going before that, man, you know, it's multiple videos you can find on YouTube. Brothers have done multiple lessons on this to where the chip is no new thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
1999, the first episode, like brother said.
So, all that being said, you devils, you aren't getting the same counsel that you once was, which is why you see them being more overt and blatant with the Satanism that we see it, man. So real quick, this is Job 5:14. It says they meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. Because like I said, they're not getting that counsel that they once were. So now they're pretty much scrambling to try to, you know, go forward with the little bit of power they still got left, man. You know, and like I said, these demons ain't communing with them as they once were, which is why you seeing them talking as such things like the red heifer, you know, ceremony that's they want to do in Israel. You know, they're trying to build up a third temple. They're trying to, you know, let everybody know that look, y'all gonna have a chip in y'all soon, man. But my whole point of, you know, where this lesson was stemming from, Kane, could you get that 2 Kings 6 and 8?
Yeah, I got it.
Because like I said, they're perplexed on how, you know, us as ordinary, you know, so-called Black, Latino, Native American men, how we know everything that this man is doing, and that's all because of the Spirit of the Lord, man. Okay.
What does that say?
Arameans.
Yeah. The subheading is the Arameans plot to capture Elisha. This is 2 Kings 6 and 8. Then the king of Assyria warred against Israel, and took counsel with his servants, saying, in such place shall be my camp. And the man of God sent unto the king of Israel, saying, beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians are come down. And the man of God was Elisha. And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of God told him and warned him of, and saved himself there not once nor twice. So on I believe that's going to several occasions. You know, the Lord was dealing with Elisha to get those troops, you know, of the enemy, you know, to know their plans, to make sure you avoid those key points in battle, so you didn't fall into their traps, or, you know, to be defeated in battle.
Pretty much, he was being delivered.
That's right. It says, and when you read the NLT, it says time and again. I mean, like time and again. It says back in the KJV, verse 11. Therefore, the heart of the king.
Hey, and that's the Spirit, because that's exactly what has happened with us.
Yeah.
Because, like, using the example as the so-called pandemic again, we knew the moment they shut down this world, we knew exactly what they was going to do. All right? Now, they was going to bring forth, we were saying this before the world shut down.
Yeah.
Esau was going to fake a pandemic, and he was going to use that juice as a means to depop the world, because, like I said, we have receipts. This nigga Bill Gates was literally on the TED Talk talking about how they do a good job of jabbing people. They can reduce the population by whatever number he said, man. You know, so we know that this man has a depopulation agenda. So we know his MO is to kill majority of you Israelites. He really wants to kill all of us, but he understands that the elect, he's going to have to come act extra hard, because he knows that the Lord is with us, man.
This is verse 11. Therefore, the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled for this thing. And he called his servants and said unto them, will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel?
Yeah, he thought he had a spot. Who is telling this man all these things that we're trying to do? Why can't we get this man? You know, we didn't made several plans to get pretty much off Elisha, and all of them came to pretty much they failed. So who was telling this man our plans, man? You know?
Yeah, they were making war against Israel.
Right.
You know, and that shows that, you know, us being out there on the highways and hedges bring division amongst these nobilities of Edom.
Yeah, because no matter what they do, they can't stop us from coming out. Like I said with the Isaiah 30 and 20. You know,
The eye shall not, the teacher shall not be removed to a teacher anymore, but the
Yeah.
eye shall see thy teachers.
The bread of adversity and the water of affliction, thy teacher shall not be removed from the court anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
And one of his servants said, None, my lord, O king, but Elisha, the prophet that is in Israel, telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchambers.
Right. So you can't get away with nothing because the Lord already knows what you're going to do because He put those thoughts in your head, and He then turns around and gives those exact thoughts unto the prophets so that they can instruct the rest of Israel, starting with the leadership, on what to expect and how to move, man.
That's right.
All right, and I got a quick one. Yes, I'm done.
Now I was gonna say, just for time's sake, you keep reading down, it shows you why the elites just can't roll on us either. Because there is more that be with us than than they that be with them.
That's right.
They just can't roll on the prophets. They know that. They can't just roll on the men of Yahweh Shemal Shai.
That's why I said that earlier. They know the Lord's with us. Mm-hmm. So really they're afraid, but the Spirit of the Lord is just going to have to be put on them to come after us. Because like I said, James 2:19, these devils know that Yahweh Shemal Shai is real, man. Mm-hmm. And they're afraid. But the Lord's going to put the Spirit on them to do what they got to do, man, for prophecy's sake.
That's right, because like brothers always going to, and you don't know what Esau Edom has tried to do to you, secretly, and then you're just like, damn, did he eat the poison?
Bro.
Did he eat the poison? It didn't work.
You came out the womb under attack. All them shots that you took as an infant, the area that you were raised up in, how he pretty much declared war from the fluoride water to the GMO to the from your parents' upbringing to us, man. We've been getting fucked up under this man's rule for years, but yet the Spirit of the Lord preserved us to be able to come out here and still push the word of Yahweh Shemal Shai and call out you devils, man. That's how you know this is all of divine intervention, man.
Week in and week out. He's like, damn, these niggas don't take breaks.
Bro, they won't stop.
Like
how we look at him as a virus and how we look at how he look at us. Mm-hmm. It's like, damn, no matter what I do to these niggas, they don't stop. Mm-hmm. That's like they said with I don't know if you remember that show, Baby Kids. Like they don't die, they multiply. We block one page, more will come out. Mm-hmm. But real quick, this is Daniel 2:22. He revealeth the deep and secret things. He know what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. All right, and the two accounts that help prove the point of how the Lord reveals the thoughts of the king to his prophets. You have the two instances with Daniel. All right, Daniel. Later on, if you go down to that chapter, Daniel, the second chapter with Nebuchadnezzar when he broke down the dream of the statue, and then you also have the account of Daniel, the fourth chapter dealing with Belshazzar, man. You know how he broke down his dream. So we revealed all the things that you devils is thinking, man. All right. So at the end of the day, we understand that this is the Lord's show, and He's doing this to let us know that you devils not gonna win, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything else?
No, we can't do that. Matter of fact, no. Ecclesiastes 10 and 20.
Okay. This is the book of Ecclesiastes. Sirach or Ecclesiastes?
Ecclesiastes.
Okay. 10 and 20. Curse not the king, no, not in thy thought, and curse not the rich in thy bedchamber, for a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which have wings shall tell the matter.
Which pretty much meaning that, look, the angels are watching everything, man. Mm-hmm. And they're reporting everything back to the Heavenly Father. So nothing in this world is done in secret, man. All right? So that's just right. As the wicked, they don't get away, all right, the wicked of Esau and other nations, the wicked of our people, you ain't getting away with nothing either, man. All right? Every action will be weighed in the balance at the end of the day, man. So Yahweh Shemal Shai knows all, sees all right? And He will judge all, man.
That's what it means, but thy sins have been brought up to the heavens, and the Lord have remembered thy secrets.
That's right.
So the Lord has been taking the angels of Yahweh Shemal Shai that are going to and fro in the earth, has been in those secret councils of the elites, and they take it up to the heavens, and then what? We get informed via the Holy Spirit, via the Comforter.
Right. So that's why it says, curse not the king, no, not in thy thought, because that's what these devils are doing. They're cursing our King Yahushua by saying that, look, God is dead. Jesus is fake news. You know how they're pretty much they're the new God of the earth, and anybody that tries to stop them or come in the way of them becoming God will be killed. All these blasphemous words that these devils are speaking and thinking, the Most High hears and He's taking note. And He's gonna judge these devils for that shit, man. You know.
That's right.
That's all I had though.
That's all I had to do.
Kind of. So hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. We want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh.
Kawa Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Kakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect. Until next time, we say shalom.
Shalom.